What's up guys, Spin Firearms here, and today we're going to talk about a couple things. The first half of the video is simply going to be comparing the XDS Mod 1 versus the XDS Mod 2. The second half of the video we're going to talk about capacity and what do you need to carry nowadays. How much capacity is enough capacity? The number one and number two debates I see, and literally comments I see on my videos are, is that enough capacity? That's not enough capacity. 40 is stupid. 45 is stupid. 45 GAP is stupid. 357 SIG is a waste of money. It's just ridiculous. Everything is preference nowadays, but you have a bunch of whiny people that have a platform where they can say whatever they want, and that's fine. I'm all for it. But literally, people bring their problems to the internet and just whine and complain. One thing you've never heard from me is even with a 6+1 or a 7+1 setup, I even have this in 45. Even with that setup being 5+1, you'll never hear me say, I feel outgunned. I don't have enough capacity. And most of the people that are doing the typing won't even shoot 1,000 rounds to their handgun. And if they do, they're sitting there like this at the range. Boom, boom, boom for an hour. Okay, I'm done. They don't do any real training. They don't take defensive pistol classes. They don't do anything other than stand at a range and aim at a target. They don't go to classes that simulate as much as possible a real-life self-defense encounter, chaos, stuff hitting you, all sorts of stuff. They've never done it. But yet here they are telling you that you don't have enough capacity. But you see me. I carry what I like. I like the Glock 26, the Shield, I mean, all sorts of stuff. But you'll never hear me complain about capacity. Anyways, this is the Mod 1. Takes a 7-round mag, so 7+1. Takes an 8-round mag, so 8+1 for 9 rounds. Last but not least, it is sort of long, but the 9-round mag, making this a 10-round setup. I never carry it like this. The main way I carry it is 8+1, and this feels really good in my hand. We're going to talk about what this has over the Hellcat, as well as other handguns that have more capacity, right, and why I choose it over a lot of stuff. Anyways, the Mod 1, right here. Fiber optic front sight, 2-dot white sights in the rear, textured of course, no front serrations. If you complain about front serrations, then I don't know what to tell you. Comes with a rail. When compared to its competitors back in the day, the Shield, the Glock 43, even the Ruger LC9S and EC9S, those did not have rails. So this was huge. Sort of has a built-in gas pedal, even though you have to bring your thumb back a little bit. It's actually super comfortable, and it does really work when fighting recoil, right? The Mod 2. This is an OSP version, optic sight pistol. This is the newest release of the Springfield XDS series, right? And I want to see a double stack XDS. I love the Hellcat, love the Hellcat Pro, love the Hellcat Pro Comp. But if you made the XDS, you know, the weight of it, the accuracy of it, the trigger on it, if you made this into a double stack and gave me 9+1 with this flush mag, I'd be the happiest person in the world. It would be a great, amazing handgun, and it would probably overtake the Hellcat because the XDS series is flawless. I absolutely love it. But like I said, the Mod 2 takes a 7-round mag like that, or a flush one without the pinky extension, and it also takes the 9-round mag. So it comes with both sizes when you purchase this. Up top, I have a Shield optic. This is the aluminum frame, and you can use code SPNF for 10% off at Optics Planet. SPNF will save you money if you want to go pick up a dot. But this setup right here is low profile, sick, and small. Now, do I actually carry these? Of course I do. I actually love to carry the Mod 1 as the Mod 2 is a little bit newer. But you'll see back in the day when I had another Mod 2, I love these handguns. They were awesome, reliable. But the number one thing and number two thing that I love about these handguns is their accuracy and how flat shooting they are. People think the Hellcat is snappy. Shoot one of these. It feels like you're shooting a Glock 19. I kid you not. I don't know why they didn't use the recoil system from the XDS and put it in the Hellcat. If they did, they would have the greatest Micro 9. That is why I'm saying put the Hellcat capacity and sights and stuff like that into this and give us this trigger with this accuracy and how it manages recoil, and we are good to go. That would be the greatest. Anyways, loaded chamber indicator. This has the grenade texturing on it. Now, people were asking about this Packmeyer grip. The reason why I have that on there is a lot of people don't like the grip safety because they worry about a self-defense encounter if their hand's not going to be on it. So their hand's down here for some reason, or their hand's up here for some reason, or their hand's over. The internet's a wild place. But this grip holds it down and doesn't slip that bad. It's actually pretty solid on there, so I actually like that. I don't have a problem carrying it bare though. Zero problem. This has the grenade texturing, like I said, and this has more of a traditional stippling. I actually like the grenade in terms of how textured it is, but I think this is way more ergonomic. They did a great job on the ergonomics on the XDSs. They feel so great in your hand. It's another thing I wish they did with the Hellcat. Make it wider like this. The Hellcat is so dang thin, it can be uncomfortable for people with larger hands. I wear size large gloves, and the Hellcat feels decent, but it's missing something, right? This still has that nice little gas pedal on it. Oh yeah, and it is cleared. Obviously, it's cleared before the video. They're basically the same handgun other than the texturing, and this comes with 3-dot white sights, comes optic ready, but also the trigger is better. Now here's the trigger. A little spongy before the break, but these are just so accurate. I have the XDS Mod 2 and 45. That is the most accurate handgun I own, and I own so many handguns, and there's nothing more accurate. Like I said, you could see a little bit of sponge before that break. Not a big deal, because these things are just on point. They're accurate, and they return on sight every single time you shoot. They are great, great guns. Now, another reason why they shoot a little bit better is the weight. This one, the Mod 2, is a little bit lighter, whereas this one is a little bit heavier, the original. I like the weight. The weight on a handgun this size really helps with recoil, but doesn't really affect your ability to carry it comfortably. It just doesn't. I carry these all the time. I have no problems and no issues with them whatsoever. But in terms of capacity, that is the one downfall and downside to these handguns. But literally, if you carry it 8+1, 9 rounds, I think you're good to go anywhere. I rarely ever see anyone let off more than 5-6 shots. And what people always say to me is, people are going to be coming at you, 3, 4, 5 people with guns. First of all, if you live in an area like that, then you got to get out of there. You got to move. You got to do yourself justice, and your family, do it for them. Get out of an area like that. You should not be living anywhere in America where 3, 4, and 5 people are coming at you with firearms. That's just insane. Why would you even want to subject yourself and your family to that? Just work hard, bust your butt, work some overtime, find a better job, work a second job. Get out of that environment. That's my #1 recommendation for stuff like that. But even if you can't get away from that, let's say I'm concealed, right? Because I'm a law-abiding citizen. It's in my holster. As I just literally you hear that? Just came back from a walk. I'm carrying it right now in a Blacksmith Tactical holster. I'll show you. Let me get it out real quick. Code SPN for 10% off. Blacksmith Tactical. Great holster. Got the wedge. Great setup. Affordable. Awesome. Anyways, like I was saying, 3, 4, 5 people come at you with a firearm. You're concealed. When you go to draw, let's say you can get one guy. What about 2, 3, 4? Boom, 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 right? Let's say I go boom, boom. Number 3 hasn't started shooting yet. Boom, boom, boom. Number 4 hasn't started shooting yet. You just need to surrender if 3, 4, 5 people are coming after you and they all have handguns already out. They have the drop on you. That's why it's called self-defense. You're on defense. By the time you draw, I would already assume number 1 is shooting at you. But even if he's not, number 2 is shooting at you. And even if you got 1 and 2, number 3's got you. It just is what it is. Then people said, but they're muggers. They don't have firearms. Well, that changes the story, right? If I pull my handgun and they are not armed with guns, boom, boom. They're not going to run. They're going to keep proceeding. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, like, it just, those people are gone. People that come to rob you aren't there to go at it with you. I can't really say the words I want to use, but if they're coming to rob you and you drop one, they're not coming forward. I'm sorry, they're just not. And even if they do, you still have the upper hand. And on top of that, carry a backup mag. But here, 8 rounds in this setup. If you have a round in the chamber, that's the way you should be carrying, then you have 8 rounds. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's just, they're not going to keep coming forward if they don't have something equal weapon, right? And even if they're jumping you or whatever the case may be, by the time you get shots off, they will not continue. Like I said, if it's 3 people and they're all coming at you, you aren't John Wick. I don't care what kind of training you have. You are not John Wick. The real life does not go like a movie. And even better, you have 8+1 here, 9 rounds, with the most accurate handgun I own. accuracy on point, reliable, everything. You are not going to get them. Doesn't matter if you have a Glock 19. Now, I understand carrying more ammo. You better be safe than sorry, or I'd rather have more than less, or whatever people always say, right? But a backup mag. A backup mag. If you let off 9 rounds defending yourself and you still need to keep going, you're probably going to get charged. I'm just being real with you. Self-defense encounters are short because people scatter, people run, you try to get to safety. It's not like it's going to be a situation where you're boom, 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 like ready, listen, boom, 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 okay, reload. Like, where do you see that? We're not ducking behind cars. We're not gangsters. We're not, getting behind a car letting rounds go. No, you're playing defense, and you're going to let a couple rounds go on the person, and if there's multiple, maybe at a couple of them, but if they have a firearm on them, and there's 3 or 4 of them, and they have guns out, you don't have a chance. I'm just being real. You are not the greatest of all time. I hate to say, you are not John Wick. This is not a movie. I know you want to have the best fighting chance, but if you miss with 9 rounds, there's a problem. If your 9 rounds are not effective, we have a problem. And it's not the capacity. It's your training. Thanks for watching, guys. Or the situation in general.